Hey, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota. Check this one out. 23 Corolla Cross XSE Hybrid. First one I've seen in this color. Acidic is the color on this one. Let me know in the comments if this color is right for you. It's not for me, but for many others, it's going to be the right color. Hey, let's get started up front. We'll talk about the exterior. XSE Hybrid is the top of the line in the hybrid lineup for the Corolla Cross, so that's going to be the XSE, and then below this is the SE edition. Base price on the XSE is $31,065 plus destination. This color is not an extra charge, which is surprising. Usually when they have a new color, they try to charge you extra for it, but it's not. This one does have the black roof package or the two-tone paint job, so the roof up on top on this one you'll see a lot is painted black. It is a $500 extra charge for that, including the black mirror caps on there as well. But let's take a look at the front end on this. So on the hybrid edition, there's a whole different upper grille versus the gas edition. So this is kind of a more chunky grill style, and there's a little slatted grill in here with the Toyota badge, which is kind of a smoked out Toyota badge. And of course behind there is the dynamic radar cruise control sensors. The XSE trim also has gloss black on the upper part of the bumper, kind of a matte black finish on the actual grille itself. This is ABS plastic, just like down on the bottom, so it's not painted. It's easy to replace if you need to replace it. XSE edition does come with the LED fog lights surrounded by the ABS plastic there to protect those. And then the XSE edition does have the parking sensors up here in the front. That's what those little buttons are right there. As far as your headlight assembly, this is a very low profile, sleek LED headlight. You've got LED daytime running lights, of course LED turn signals, and then projector style LED headlights, which have automatic high beams, also automatic on and off on those. Kind of a cool looking little rig. We sell every one we can get here at the dealership, and of course this one is sold, just like all the others. Got some low shadows here in the fall here in Wisconsin, so forgive my shadow. So there's a quick look at the side profile on it. Very, very similar to a RAV4, only smaller, but it does have these cool little body lines going up and over the rear fenders and up and over the front fenders. Now as far as your over fenders, again, standard ABS matte black finish trim. You see that on a lot of Toyotas, nice and easy to replace if you pick up any scratches, dents, or dings. Now as far as your wheel and tire setup here, this is going to be an 18-inch cast aluminum gloss black painted with chrome lug nuts, Toyota badge, and then the satin silver as well. Really a cool looking wheel and tire package. 225, it's a 55 series sidewall, so it should be a pretty nice smooth ride. Fully independent front suspension with coilover strut, McPherson struts up front. Integrated mud guards down here in the lower part, and then the rocker panels are all that thicker ABS plastic, provides a lot of extra protection. Those are actually mounted on top of the door panel, so if you pick up any kind of dents, dings, scratches, those are easy to replace. You can just buy these in the parts department, pull them off, put them back on, and away you go. Adds that extra durability. Color to match door handles with the smart keyless entry system, so keep your keys in your pocket or purse, tug on the door handles, away you go. Outside mirrors on this one are the midnight black metallic mirror caps with LED turn signals. These are breakaway mirrors with blind spot monitoring and heating elements in there. They're also power actuated. They're nice big mirrors, so they do provide a lot of extra visibility. With the blind spot monitoring, you should be good to go. Notice how they fold in flush to the car. That's so if you have a tight parking space or garage stall, you can go ahead and fold those in and avoid damage. I mentioned this one does have the gloss black, midnight black painted roof up on top. That's going to be $500 extra. Roof rail system is going to be standard. Power sliding moonroof, also standard. The one thing I don't care for in this one is these chrome trim up and over the windowsills. I wish that was blacked out all the way around. Notice it's only up on the top. It does lead back into this Corolla Cross trim panel here, and then it's black underneath. Privacy glass on all of your back windows. Gas door is going to be right here on the driver's side, And then the XSE edition does come standard with the black badge package. So this is your all-wheel drive. So you've got all-wheel drive in black down here. And notice the over fenders on the back actually integrate into the upper part of the door as well. Once again, if you pick up any scratches, dents, and dings and those things, a twist of a wrench, buy the part in the parts department, off it comes and you're good to go. So you really don't need to take it to a body shop if you pick up any of those door dings or anything like that. I really like the body lines on the Corolla Cross. They kind of have a Where's Waldo kind of find it if you can thing going on here. So in the mirror, in the lens here, it actually reads Corolla Cross. Also reads Corolla Cross up here. And then there's little chiclets, and I'll show you in the trunk here, little logos of the Corolla Cross as well, all around the vehicle. Now we do have a gloss black, midnight black painted high spoiler. There's your shark fin antenna for your Sirius satellite radio. We've got an LED brake light. I like the fact that it's inside the window, so when you clean the window, you clean the light. Privacy glass back here, rear washer wiper. This glass does not open on here. And I like the way the tail lenses come around. You can see that those are also LED lights on your tail lenses. And then, as I mentioned before, XSE comes with the black XSE, black hybrid, black Toyota logo, and black out Corolla Cross logo, which looks really nice with the black roof package. And then the lower bumper is very similar to what we saw up front. You can see ABS plastic here with your parking sensors. There's a reflector right here, gloss trim here, and then more ABS trim down on the bottom where you generally might get some scratches. So that adds that extra protection across the back. Now we do have a backup camera. That's going to be right there. We have our trunk release, and then the XSE with the convenience package gives you the power trunk release. By the way, that convenience package also includes that power sliding moonroof that I showed you up front. So that entire package is going to be $1,250 extra for the power tailgate and the power sliding moonroof, I should say. We'll dive inside it later in the video, but I did want to point out there's a little chiclet right there. That's a logo for the Toyota Corolla Cross logo, and there's other places, so when you stop at the dealership, see if you can find them all. But this, as I said, has the power lift gate. You just tap right here and away you go. So that's part of the convenience package on the XSE trim. So let's go ahead up front. Wow, that color really pops, doesn't it? Especially on a bright sunny day like today. Look at the body line up and over that fender, that front fender. Really cool on there. So let's go ahead up front. We'll pop the hood and take a look at the hybrid power plant. 23 was the first year that they built the Corolla Cross with the hybrid power plant, and this is the larger 2-liter 4-cylinder 16-valve gasoline engine with dual VVTi variable valve timing. It's connected to a CVT automatic transmission. That's electronically controlled CVT transmission. And then over on this side, this is our front motors for our hybrid system and our componentry over here. And of course, this is an all-wheel drive. What's interesting about the all-wheel drive on a Corolla Cross is the rear wheels for the all-wheel drive. The rear wheels are actually powered by electric motors. So for the most part, you're driving around in a front-wheel drive SUV. But if it detects slippage or snow or something like that, then it will put power to the rear wheels. And that's one of the things that helps it achieve its really great fuel economy. 42 miles per gallon combined city and highway. That's really great out of an SUV like this. Now, as far as warranties go, there's a bunch of warranties under the hood on Corollas, and the hybrid has some extras. So first, your gas engine and the CVT transmission, that has a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty with no deductible. And then as far as your hybrid system over here, the mechanical features have an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty on those. And then the hybrid battery has a 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty on it. So really great warranty coverage. And then, of course, with every single Toyota, you do get Toyota Care. Covers basic maintenance, so your oil changes, your fluid top-offs, tire rotations, and Toyota also includes roadside assistance at no additional charge for 2 years or 25,000 miles. So a real great warranty package and maintenance package under the hood. Toyota Care is very popular, of course. And then the vehicle itself, well, it has a 3-year 36,000 mile limited warranty, no deductible. So let's go ahead and jump inside and check out the interior. So heading inside up front, I did want to show you the door opening on here. It is quite large and unobstructed. It's easy to get in. And as far as features go and style, it's almost identical to what we see on the Corolla sedan. So largely the door panel's all black. Now this is the XSE trim, which traditionally would have a blue stitching here, but they went with black on the Corolla Cross. Not quite sure why they did that, but let me know in the comments if you'd rather have the blue stitching versus the black. The door handle's a satin silver door handle with a little bit of satin silver trim here. One touch up and down on all 4 windows, with the driver's window being the only one that's backlit, the switch that is. Power door locks and power mirrors are here. There's a bottle holder and a small pocket down here, and then there's also a speaker down there in the door as well. There's no puddle lights on here, which surprises me. Usually the top of line Toyotas will have puddle lights down here on the bottom of the door, but not on the Corolla Cross, unfortunately. So on the driver's seat, this is going to be a soft-tech fabric seat. So kind of a vinyl here with cloth here with all the cross striping in there. We've got a height adjustable headrest. We've got a height adjustable seat belt here as well. Airbags are built right in the seat, right down here. So as you move the seat forward, the airbags are always in the best position. Driver's seat's a full power forward backwards. We've got a power recliner, power lumbar support here as well. It actually goes back quite a ways. Floor mats are not standard. I recommend the all-weather floor liners. Up here on the dashboard, there's 4 vents like this one, left and right. There's no on and off switch on any of the 4. There's 2 in the middle and then 1 over there on the passenger side. The upper dash is all black with the silver trim. There's silver trim around the gauge cluster. And then down here on the lower part, we've got just 3 switches here and then 2 down here. So dimmer switch for your dash lights, automatic high beam on and off, traction control on and off, power trunk release right here. This one has the convenience package, which has the power lift gate on here as well as the moonroof. Power gas door is going to be right here on the driver's side. Hood release, footrest, brake, and accelerator right where you'd expect them. And then we do have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel, like so. So not a power tilt. Pretty standard equipment. It is nice to have the full power driver's seat. Let's grab a seat. So here up front on the Corolla Cross, there's a good amount of room up here for passenger room. Of course, this one has the convenience package with that power moonroof, so you do lose a little bit of headroom, but as far as shoulder, leg comfort, I think it's pretty darn good. Here's a look at your leg room. I've got the seat all the way back. I'm 5'7". I could drive it like this. It might be a little tighter for a 6-footer. Give it a try, decide for yourself, but for people under 6 feet, I think it'll be just fine. Move the seat ahead here a little bit. Now, as far as your steering wheel goes, the XSE trim is a leather-wrapped steering wheel. It's not heated, though. There's a driver's side airbag. We've got fingertip controls for our cruise control over here, dynamic radar cruise control, lane tracing assist, and our radio stations can be switched here. And then over on this side, we've got our information center controls, which is up in the gauge cluster. Take a look at that in just a minute. And we've got Bluetooth connectivity for our smartphone with voice activation, and we can control the sound system volume right there as well. Now, the interesting thing on the XSE trim, on the Corolla Cross, we do have paddle shifters. On the sedan, they don't have paddle shifters anymore. So here's your up shifter, wiper controls for front with intermittent settings, wiper controls for back with intermittent settings, and then over on this side, we've got our headlight controls with auto on and off settings, our fog light controls, and then our downshifter for our paddle shifters right there as well. So those paddle shifters can make it a little bit more fun to drive. This one does have electronic power steering, which gives you more assist as you go slower and less assist for better control at higher speeds, but it is all electronically controlled. Now, the Corolla Cross XSE trim does have the push button start, so you've got the smart keyless entry. Just keep it in your pocket or your purse. All you have to do is put your foot on the gas, on the brake, push in the power button, and away you go. Let's take a look and see what it looks like when we start it up. Here we go. So I'm not quite sure if it shows up as good on camera as it does to the eye, but you can see it is an all digital cluster here on the XSE hybrid. Engine temperature gauge over here. We've got our speedometer here, our trip computer in the middle there as well, and then our fuel gauge over on this side. So this is kind of a newer look for the gauge cluster, and using the fingertip controls right here on the steering wheel, we can go ahead and toggle through a variety of settings right there in the middle. Might not be easy to see on my video. Stop by the dealership and give it a look, but it is very colorful and it's easy to read at night, that's for sure. Now, as far as our sound system and our center stack, this is an 8-inch touchscreen now. There's only one control right here, the volume for on and off. Everything else is activated by touch. So go ahead and touch that. We'll go ahead and jump over here. What I can show you on the sound system, first of all, this is the JBL audio system. So with the JBL audio system, you pick up a subwoofer, which is in the trunk. We'll see that later in the video. But you'll also pick up some additional speakers up here, some extra JBL speakers in the A pillar on both front driver and passenger side. As far as the types of music you can get, Apple CarPlay, Amazon Music, Alexa compatible, Sirius satellite radio, AM and FM. Now, as far as Sirius satellite radio, you get 2 months of the platinum subscription, and then 3 months, and then you do have to pay a monthly subscription for Sirius XM satellite radio. Of course, you have to pay extra for Apple Music as well. Now, as we move down the center here on the XSE, it surprises me that they just have all these great luxury features that you expect to see on a much more expensive vehicle, including dual zone temperature control up front. So the front driver and front passenger can go ahead and make their own adjustments, or you can hit this button right here and you can sync it up so they're exactly the same, or turn it off on the passenger side. If nobody's over there, just tap and turn that bad boy off. Front window defrost is here, rear window defrost with heated outside mirrors. So when I tap that button there, it's going to go ahead and bring the heat up those outside mirrors to get the ice and snow off of those. Still sticking with all the gloss piano black trim on the inside, a lot of satin silver trim. You can see all the way through here, all the way around. Looks really upscale on this vehicle. We'll take a look at that backup camera here real quick. So they're now designing their own electronics in this area here, your multi-information center and your entertainment system. So this is much clearer than it used to be, and take a look at that. We now have path projection on the XSE trim as well, and then we can also set up different perspectives as well with this. So change things around as much as you like. It's a really nice clear screen. Thankful for that now on the new Corolla Cross. Now let's take a look a little bit further. We're going to get the shifter out of the way. As we come down here, we've got heated seats for up front with 2 temperature settings. We've got a USB-C charging port, a nice storage cubby here, but this is also a great place if you want to drop your smartphone, because it has wireless charging as well. So you drop your phone down there and away you go, and it starts charging. So that's another great feature on here for 2023. We have our drive mode controls right here, Eco, Normal, and Sport. We've got EV mode right here. More gloss black trim with silver trim here, and your shifter, it's a leather wrap shifter, very comfortable. And then further back from that are our parking brake and our brake hold. And then here, as I tip my camera down, we've got two cup holders here. Notice it's slotted out right here, so if you have a smartphone you could drop it in there as well. But a really well thought out center console with a lot of functionality. Your center armrest is a padded armrest, and then underneath it's a pretty small storage compartment here, but it does have a USB-C and a 12-volt outlet there as well. I wish they made these lockable so you could put stuff in there and then lock it up. Here's a quick look at your passenger seat, identical to what we saw on the driver's side. As far as your visors, we've got lighted vanity mirrors up here. We've got visors with visor extensions all the way around. Close that shade up here. By the way, this one is sold. These folks are picking it up tomorrow, but I wanted to get you a quick video on it. This does have the upgraded frameless mirror, and on the bottom of the mirror, you've got garage door openers. It's a $175 option. Strongly recommend it. I have it on my own Corolla. I probably wouldn't go without it. We've got LED overhead lights. These are the controls right here if you want to open and close the moonroof. And then this is our safety connect. So if you need help out on the road, roadside assistance, press that button. Toyota will get you the help you need. So just a ton of great features up front, and really, really a well-rounded SUV. Let's jump in the back seat. So here's a quick look at the front seat from the back seat. Visibility back here is okay-ish. It's probably better than in a sedan. The windows are bigger, but they still have these huge chunky headrests. I kind of wish that these had slots in them so you could actually see through, but it is what it is. We've got an overhead LED dome light here. We've got passenger assist grips with a coat hook here. The same fabric we saw up front with that Softech fabric seating. Same styling on the doors. There is a folding armrest here with 2 cup holders. There are 3 seat belts back here, and also child safety tethers down here as well. One of the things I like is there's also vents back here with on and off switches, and then way down there is where you'll find your USB-C charging ports. I wish that they would mount them up here. It seems like it'd make more sense, but they are way down there. Pocket on the back of this seat, no pocket here, and then I did want to show you the legroom. So I've got this seat all the way back, and that's the legroom. I could ride back here. I'm 5'7". I wouldn't recommend if you're a 6-footer. It's going to be a tight squeeze. Probably wouldn't even be able to fit back here. But for the average people, average family, I think it's going to work really well. Now they do have these cup holders on the doors right here. If you've seen my other videos, I'm critical of those, and the reason I am is if you've got a bottle of water or something in there with no lid on it, a can of soda, whatever, and you slam the door, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have soda all over the door. So I'm not a fan of that. If you put bottles in there, make sure you leave the cap on. The back seats are not heated also like the front seats. So not a big deal, but I wanted to point it out to you. Let's go ahead and jump in the trunk. So the Corolla Cross does have a nice high opening, wide opening power lift gate. If you get the convenience package, then it is a power lift gate. Otherwise it's manual. As far as the opening, nice, clear, unobstructed opening. The XSE edition does come standard with the cargo cover, which is retractable like so. That's also removable. You don't need any tools. Just grab a hold of it like that. It's spring loaded, and then you can pop that out of there. These are your all-weather floor liners. Those are an upgrade, extra charge. The cargo cover is standard on here. Once you pull that out, you've got a lot of nice room back here for cargo. It'd be a great vehicle for Uber drivers. There's a cargo light here. These back seats do fold down 60-40. It's a little hard to reach up and fold them down, especially if you're short. You have short arms like me. So the seat itself pops down right there, so you can drop down 60% of it there, and you can also bring down that other 40% on this side. Go ahead and do that. Drop that down. Now you see right away, because I've got this seat all the way forward or all the way back, I can't get that down, so you do need to pull that seat all the way ahead so it drops down completely. But with both seats down, there is a lot of room back here. A lot of cargo room, passenger room. I think you could throw a single air mattress in here for an overnighter. There's tie-down hooks in all 4 corners. A little storage cubby over here. The floor itself is largely flat, and then underneath is where we find our fix-a-flat. So on the hybrid, you get a fix-a-flat. You do not get a temporary spare tire. You do have these nice little storage cubbies here. And then if we bring that up, pop that up. Bear with me for a second. Not easy to do with one hand. You can see the reason there's no spare tire is these are the electric cables that come back to power those the rear motor for the all-wheel drive system. So that's why we don't have a full-size spare tire. We've got a fix-a-flat. Now remember, you do have Toyota Care, so if you do need roadside assistance for the first couple of years. That's going to be complimentary. And then I mentioned this one has the JBL audio system upgrade. So there's your JBL subwoofer back there. So it's a really good sound system when you upgrade to the JBL audio system. And then we do have the power liftgate button right there. Corolla Cross does not have the kick feature for the power liftgate. So there you go. That's the 2023 Toyota Corolla Cross XSE Hybrid Edition. Acidic's the color on this one. Really interesting color. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. I will do my best to answer you. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.